For decades, humanity has looked up. We've become obsessed with the stars, mapping the surface of Mars, and listening for echoes from distant galaxies. We call space the final frontier. But we were wrong. The true final frontier isn't millions of miles away, it's right here beneath us. It is a world of crushing pressure, eternal darkness, and alien life. A world that covers 70% of our planet, yet 95% of it remains unseen by human eye. What is up, ocean explorers, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we dive deep into everything related to marine life and the incredible blue planet we live on. Today, we are zooming out. We aren't just looking at a specific shark or a whale. We are looking at the ocean itself as a mysterious, unexplored planet within our own. Why do we know more about the dark side of the moon than the bottom of the Mariana Trench? Let's find out. To understand the ocean, you have to understand its scale. It is terrifyingly massive. If you shave off all the land masses on Earth above sea level and threw them into the ocean's deepest points, the entire planet would still be covered in water miles deep. The average depth of the ocean is about 12,000 feet, which is 3,700 meters. But it goes down to nearly 36,000 feet in the Mariana Trench. At those depths, the pressure is equivalent to having 50 jumbo jets stacked on top of you. Because of this immense pressure and darkness, exploration is incredibly difficult. It's actually easier to send a rover to Mars than it is to keep a human alive at the bottom of the sea. This is why, despite all our technology, we have better maps of the Martian surface than we do of our own sea floor. As we descend past 200 meters, the sunlight begins to die. This is the twilight zone. The creatures here are evolving to hide in the shadows, often transparent or mirrored to avoid detection. Below 1,000 meters, we enter the midnight zone. Sunlight never reaches here. Yet, it isn't dark. It's alive with light. This is bioluminescence. Life creating its own light. Animals here use it to hunt, to hide, and to communicate in a language of flashes in the eternal dark. It is the closest thing to an alien ecosystem we have ever encountered. But the biggest surprise came when explorers discovered hydrothermal vents. These are underwater volcanoes spewing toxic superheated chemicals. Scientists thought life was impossible here. Instead, they found thriving communities of giant tube worms and ghost crabs. These creatures don't rely on the sun for energy like everything else on Earth. They rely on chemicals coming from the Earth's core. It proved that life can exist in ways we never imagined. It's easy to think of the deep ocean as a scary, disconnected place that doesn't affect us, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The ocean is the engine of our planet. The microscopic life in the ocean, phytoplankton, generates over 50% of the oxygen we breathe. Every second breath you take comes from the sea. Furthermore, the secrets locked in the deep sea could save lives. Scientists are currently studying deep sea sponges and corals that produce chemicals which could treat cancer or antibiotic resistant bacteria. We might be destroying cures before we can even discover them. The ocean is not just a body of water, it is a vast, living, breathing frontier that we are just beginning to understand. Every time we send an ROV down there, we find a new species, a new behavior, a new piece to the puzzle of life on Earth. We need to stop treating the ocean like a limitless grocery store or a garbage dump and start treating it with the awe and respect reserved for a final frontier. If you enjoyed this journey into the deep, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to join us on future dives into the marine world, hit subscribe and ring that bell. I do have one final thing. It is a question of the day, and that is, what is one of the deep sea creatures that fascinates or terrifies you the most? Be sure to go ahead and say if it fascinates you or if it terrifies you, and then go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below. We might go ahead and pick one of those to highlight for videos later on. But thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring.